Rafael Nadal has one of the best forehands the game of tennis has ever seen. He hits with incredible racket head speed and more topspin than anybody else on the tour. As you probably know, he has a rather extreme forehand grip, and even though his forehand looks very different to the forehand of Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, for example, I'm going to show you today that he uses the same core principles to generate a ton of racket head speed on the forehand. Let's take a look at these principles from the back angle here in 480 frames per second. Rafa begins his motion with the unit turn just like Roger and Novak and all the other great players in the world. His right hand or his non-hitting hand is still on the racket at this point, which is also a commonality among all the great players. Rafa now gets his legs in position, bends his knees, and loads up his legs so that he can uncoil from the ground up. The other thing we see here is that he has a short, compact motion. What do I mean with that? His hand and his racket do not move past the line of his shoulders here. Taking the hand and the racket further behind your back does not add power to your forehand and costs time. Now, time is crucial in pro tennis. The game is getting faster and faster, and it is also getting faster and faster at the recreational level. So it is crucial to have this kind of a short, compact motion. From here, Rafa is going to uncoil from the ground up, and at the same time, the tip of the racket is going to move to the right side. This movement is what I call the late hitting concept, and this has revolutionized the way players on the Pro Tour hit their forehands. All top male players in the world use this late hitting concept a lot, and on the women's tour we see this concept in action more and more as well. This is a very advanced movement, and I describe how you can master this in my Forehand Blueprint and Total Forehand Domination video courses. From here, Rafa is going to continue to uncoil and take a close look at what happens with the tip of the racket. It is going to move a large distance in a short period of time to contact, and that essentially means that it is moving very fast. After contact, Rafa's racket and hitting hand continue to move forward and upward, and then he wraps his racket around to the right side of his body. Everything we took a look at here, the unit turn with the non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket, the loading up of the legs, the short compact motion, the late hitting concept, and then the forward and upward movement of the hitting hand and racket. All of this is common among all the great forehands in the world, and as different as Nadal's forehand may look, he uses the same concepts as all the other top players. So how come Nadal hits his forehand on average with much more spin than the other top players? This we will talk about in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. To watch all of our free videos, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel below.